All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Sky Temple today. Friendly team is Blaze, Dahaka, Sylvanas, Anduin, and Avatar. Enemy team is Johanna, Brightwing, a silenced Tychus. Bro, who is there left for you to be mad at that you got yourself silenced? Avatar and Sergeant Hammer. I don't know what the best way to deal with that hammer is going to be. We might want to take new habits. Just so we can play close to this team without too much disruption. This does mean that I'm going to have to go around after quite a lot of region globes, especially here in the early game. Hopefully get that going in my favor fast. In fact, I'm going to head down to bottom lane, see if I can gather this one up before it gets deleted. Perfect. So this talent, what it does, collecting region globes, reduces the cooldown of Pyromania by 6 seconds. Collect 15, and then our Pyromania is also going to make us unstoppable as well. So it's one of our best defensive cooldowns. I'm going to just lay Tar here. Nice kill before Brightwing was able to teleport. It lowers the cooldown of one of our most defensive abilities and also makes it so I can potentially land even more stuff against this team in a short amount of time, especially once we hit level 10 and those big objective fights start rolling in. Okay. Not too bad. This does mean I'm giving up potential mercenary power by not going for the super fast attack speed into the level 4 talent that lets me just completely melt PvE stuff. Good stun. We pop Pyromania here. Tar. It was worth it, dude. I'd take that kill all day. I'd die there all day, all over again. I thought I got a double kill with my Q, and I had never seen that before. That was pretty close. We're just going to grab Pyromania, reduces enemy damage dealt. Obviously, if we're going to be using this more often, especially in situations like that, reducing the amount of incoming damage just makes our job even easier. Now, when we start looking at level 7, this is when we want to start thinking about what does this enemy team do that we need to counter. I don't think I can kill him. Nah. And I'm looking at it, and they have a Tychus and they have a Sergeant Hammer. So, obviously, lowering their attack speeds means lowering the amount of damage that they can do to me. So, already at level 7, we're leaning towards nano machine coding. And then our playstyle becomes, when Sergeant Hammer is sieged, just simply put oil on the Sergeant Hammer. And then all of a sudden, that's a huge debuff that they have to actively decide, you know what, I do think I'm going to move out of this. I'm going to unsiege and move out of this. Hopefully that'll be a pretty good counter for us. The objective is up. Friendly team is on top of things. They know that I'm mentally barely here today. So I'm glad that they're doing what they should be. Sergeant Hammer is continuing to siege bottom for the enemy team. I might go pay them a visit right now. No, I think this is... We'll get 2 towers with this. Sergeant Hammer's only getting 1. I think Windrunner's doing the right thing too and just leaving this to me. The friendly team could go contest top. Now that we're falling back on that, I actually think Sergeant Hammer is getting way more value because we're also giving up the top objective as well. But it's okay. What are you gonna do? Let's get the nanomachine coding now. Anduin's the only one up here so far. I can't imagine there's too many shots left in this thing. Just a Johanna on point for the moment, but that we are outnumbered here. Let's remember they have an Avatar too. So we're just slowing his attack down. I might go up for a little bit more healing. Yeah, nothing I'm going to commit to. Honestly, these region globes are probably more important to me than that objective is to me right now. Oh, nice route. Very nice. All right, first round of objectives is done. We're walking out slightly ahead on XP. Slow them down, get out. Perfect. We have Sippy Cup if I need it, but I don't even think we need to. Perfect, gloves. What do we need? 2 more. I can go back up to top lane and grab that right now. Sergeant Hammer's siege on the bottom looks like it's still continuing. I wonder if that's going to be all game. They're just gonna stay in that lane. I mean, I guess it's not terrible. If you are gonna push, it should be the bottom lane because the first objective is never bot. Friendly team did rotate down and get some nice mercenary camps for us to move. Enemy team's doing the same thing though. Because I don't have our PvE set up with our early game talents, taking something like this isn't achievable for me by myself anymore. I mean, I probably could do it, but it would take so long that it wouldn't be worth it. I could honestly probably walk away with full HP considering the healing we get from standing in the oil. But there's just no damage to speak of. Oh, it's so bad compared to what I'm used to. Okay, so one interaction here with combustion. If we can pop Pyromania, we can't be crowd controlled, right? So that means they cannot interrupt my combustion. Ooh, can you get it? Close. Which means we should be able to get full casts of that off pretty reliably if we're using it for that, if we're using it in that way. We might just pop it and try to do damage, though. Like, that's definitely an option as well. Speaking of which, a lot of incoming damage as Tychus did step in the bush with me on his rotation down. I was going to see if I could do something to Brightwing on the rotation. Maybe stun him out. Didn't quite work out for us. Enemy team does have level 10, and we're seeing some of that already from the Sergeant Hammer, but that's okay. We put the fire under them. Pyromania into combust. Oh my god, I got shredded by the minigun. Holy shit, that was so much damage. I want to re-engage, but I don't think I can here. Johanna being the only one hitting me is fine. That laser turret on the far side is scary. Light bomb does go down, doesn't connect with too much. Here comes the minigun again on me. Here we go. Good stun into a Q. Perfect. I can tank this for a little bit longer. Sergeant Hammer setting up on the other side is pretty scary. Oh, it has vision of me in the bush. Of course it does. Luckily for us, the Abathur healing is outweighing what they're doing to me. Oh, the Sergeant Hammer. Abathur Sergeant Hammer. So when Abathur makes a copy of someone, they actually get more attack damage than what the character has by default. They also get more ability power as well, which is why Zeratul is one of the best clones in the game, because he's already has astonishingly high auto attack damage, and then his spells are all designed around burst anyway with the cleave. So kind of same thing with Sergeant Hammer. The clone of Sergeant Hammer might even be scarier than the actual thing, because they just fight everything the sun touches, and they're dealing, it's like, what, 75% more damage or something? I might be exaggerating. Dahaka trying to get up there to do something about it. Does have the shielding from... Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Didn't pop Pyromania in time, so wasn't able to get the full combustion, but it didn't matter. Target was acquired. Target was taken down. Rather than me leaving, I'm going to stay up here in the top lane and try to make something with this work. Jet propulsion. Collision deals damage. Probably is best. This enemy team has been grouping up a lot. I've been trying to be more open-minded with my late game talent picks. I don't want to necessarily do the same 13 and same 16 in every video, but there is a reason those talents are picked a lot. It's because they're good. They're good without having to do anything. After a little too close to that tower. I'm not going to be able to push this too much further, and we have an Abathur as well, so me grouping up with the team at this point might be a good idea. That is the minigun damage, so we're just going to pop Pyromania for that. Totally fine. We do need to start thinking about getting that cooldown reduced before the next team fight, though. So immediately, I'm not even going to stick around there anymore. What I'm going to do is go to a lane where I can get a globe. He will have minigun again soon. I just want the globe. I'm only here for the globe. Sergeant Hammer's getting top for free. Holy crap, this team is... There's a Dota strategy called ratting, and it's where you just split push. This enemy team's a bunch of rats, dude. I mean that in an endearing way, of course. I hate everything. That's exactly why I wanted Pyromania. It's so he couldn't interrupt things like that. Ugh. Oh, that feels terrible. That's okay. We're focused. We're still doing the right thing. We're trying to reduce our cooldown before this objective gets too underway. We see 2 members of the enemy team on the map. It looks like I'm in a 1v2 at the moment. Oh, okay. That doesn't kill mines. Wonderful. Pop Pyromania now. He can't knock me back. Full charge this. They can't stop me. Look at that. Light bomb on Brightwing. Perfect. Wow, that is actually working so well. I am very, very pleased with that. We managed to stop him from getting more than half of the objective, which means this building is actually in a bit of trouble. We might be able to finish it off. Friendly team still fighting over bottom as well. I think they got the majority of the channel here. Maddie trying to dive underground to avoid the Johanna damage as our Abathur goes straight for Tychus and takes them down. Wow. Not bad. Not bad. Building didn't quite die up top. We'll try to take it down now. Thermal protection coming out at 16. This basically makes it so our charge forward is super duper impactful and will remain so for the rest of the game. Before I rotate away, we want to focus on getting our cooldown back. That's the most important thing for me, so we grab that region globe. And then there's another really big wave middle that likely has more region globes. By default, this is a 90-second cooldown, and if we're active on this, like if we're really adamant about getting these globes, we can reduce it by quite a lot. 5 seconds on combustion as the enemy team is piling up like crazy in front of our buildings here. I've got a really good flank. I'm trying not to show just yet. And popping Pyromania, stunning the enemy healer, and full combust yet again onto the enemy team's Sergeant Hammer. That combo might be getting old for them, but it's not getting old for me. And again, team fight is over. What do we want to do? Immediately region globes. Immediately, because we need that cooldown back. We have to have Pyromania ready if we want to set up our combustion cooldown reliably, right? And that's how we're winning these team fights. We want to enable the thing that helps us win as often as we can. I know that's very straightforward. I know everybody gets this. I get it too. I don't know if boss is the perfect idea. I could tank this, though, without losing too much. I don't have access to any easy region globes, which is why that mercenary camp looks a little more appealing, right? Next objective's up in 25 seconds. We have some merc camps we can grab on the map to really open it up as well. We're seeing Tychus go down the lane, trying to chase our Dahaka down, but unfortunately finding out that movement speed is just ridiculous. We are going to need to burn this down pretty quick if we want to have it. And right as the objectives are up again, what do we see coming back? Combustion. So our combo is yet again ready. Dahaka trying to engage on the enemy team's Sergeant Hammer. It looks like they're moving in from a few different directions here. They do have vision of me, so I'm going to fall back. They still have vision of me, so I'm going to keep falling back. But I'm going to grab my sippy cup. This regen is going to carry on as I move forward. And we want to punish these guys for moving forward. There's my Pyromania. Here's a perfect combustion that I moved off of the enemy team's healer that definitely would have killed them. But maybe we'll make up for it. The charge forward does land short. Tychus at the top of the screen, super low on HP. Dahaka does move in with some good damage onto the enemy's Brightwing. Man, I messed that up. Just took a step too far. Sergeant Hammer is alone up top as far as I know. We're not going to be able to reset our 2 major cooldowns, but I am just going to walk in here now. I don't know where they... Oh, there. With how the deaths look, I think I pushed that. I don't think we give them that. Especially with Dahaka moving in, that should be a pretty guaranteed kill. Perfect. Now we just get... Yeah, I like that play. I like that play. I like that play. We split death so hard. Let's take a big advantage. Our healers on the other side of the map, they got the memo, though. They're on the way. They're on the way. I'm going to channel this so it looks like we're not on boss. If anything happens, I'll be right there. We have 33 seconds before Sergeant Hammer is going to be back on the map, though, so it should be fine. I'm going to get flash fire. I'm going to remove the movement speed penalty of my combustion. And it's also going to add a really big slow onto the combustion as well, meaning that when we dive into this enemy team, we're going to be able to reliably debuff them significantly. That should be pretty impactful, at least I hope. We are starting to take some damage from these guys, starting to pile up. Because we don't have the incinerator gauntlets and stuff, staying ahead of the wave here is difficult to do. I don't know if I want to fight down here. But we'll try. Maybe I push middle. I do have my cooldown. I have my combo. I don't like the way that tornado's going. All right. Pyromania. Stun. Big cast, big cast, big cast. Worth. Now we can disable this building with Sylvanas' passive. That means boss is walking up to core. At least it should, for a couple swings. 2 members of the enemy team dead. I don't know if we really have the damage to kill this, though, to be honest with you. If we can get Merc Camps on core, that would help. Oh, and those regen globes are so nice. Holy shit, I already have Pyromania ready again. Shields are down. Catapult's starting to hit as well. Tychus is refusing to heal up to full HP. Pyromania. Send it. Woo. Woo. I don't know how I didn't Gold Ring Blaze before. He's always been one of the characters I enjoy the most. How did he not get up there? How is he only level 14 now? I might be jumping ahead on that too. We might just be level 13. I don't even remember. Maddie gets MVP. Did we make the board? Of course we did. 35% temple occupation. We stood there, and we stood there good. Talents I went for in today's video, I believe it's identical to the last one. New habits, meltdown, nano machine coding. No, we didn't take that last time. And that was specifically to counter the attack speed of this enemy team. Collision course into thermal protection, and then flash fire at level 20. Here are the stats. Not too bad. Not too bad.